Dallas Cowboys running back situation is a little thin right now on a Thursday in Oxnard. Mike Fisher reporting on your Dallas Cowboys. And we'll go item, one for each of the top three running backs. We'll go to number 3 first, ding, item. RICO, not practicing. He's not going to practice for a little while. He's got the COVID. Hopefully not serious. Hopefully this is a matter of a few days. But this has been kind of a tough go for RICO. You remember he missed all last year basically with the hip. Then he had the scope in May that caused him to not be able to participate in OTAs and minicamp. Now, the organization thinks very highly of him, and in our conversations with the COO, Stephen Jones, he talks about how this team has 3 running backs. He doesn't just name the top 2, but right now it's just 2. That's too bad for Zeke, because then Zeke didn't say, give me some rest in training camp, but he has certainly said, there's no need for me to play in preseason at all. And we have already reported here on the Fish Report and at CowboysSI.com, the plan is for Dak Prescott, the quarterback, to not play in either of the first 2 games. So I bet you get no Dak and you get no Zeke in Denver and maybe against the Chargers as well. But with an emptied out running back room, well, that's a little less rest for Zeke in Oxnard. And then finally to Tony Pollard. And as the Cowboys dig around and search around for their wide receiver help, and they've admitted, Jerry Jones aside, that they have been looking and they will continue to look. What if it was Tony Pollard? What if you said that the other receiver was Tony Pollard? He's obviously done it on a regular basis in college. Here's the arguments against it. First of all, then, yeah, you'd get a lot of elbow room for Zeke, which might make Jerry happy based on his comments, which, by the way, are overblown. But then who's your backup running back if he's going to go over there and be a full-time wide receiver? Also, and this is true of a lot of guys who are built like running backs, the flexibility, the gymnastic ability, the acrobatic ability to go up, for instance, and high point a ball. Have you ever watched like in high school, there was a high school wrestler and you thought, oh, he'd be a good football player, and he was at running back or linebacker, but he wasn't necessarily, maybe he was just too muscle bound or something, but there's a way that he's built that makes him not a guy that's going to go be gymnastic when it comes to going and catching a pass, especially high pointing that pass. So can Tony Pollard do that kind of thing? We know that he's got a role as a slot receiver somewhat. I guess my question here among my ding, ding, dings is, can he be more than just a slot receiver? Can Tony Pollard be just a receiver? We will have Fish at 6 tonight. We'll go live and we'll bring you all the news from inside the Cowboys, from the building and in Oxnard as we get ready to go to Denver. Thank you for subscribing to what we do. It's free. Fish out.